good to be back. So today I'm going to, I have some apricots and I'm going to can them. I'm going to put some in the dehydrator, and I just want to bring you guys along and show you how I do that here on the homestead. So I have the apricots right here. I thought I was gonna have a lot more by the time I went through it. I did not have as much as I thought. So I'll just can about half of them, pick out the firmer ones, and then I'll can them, and the rest I'll put in the dehydrator and just make a snack for the kids. Okay, so I put my jars in I hand wash them and with hot water and soap, and I put them in the oven. So there's what it looks like in the oven. I put them in at 320 degrees for about 25 minutes. And once the timer went off, I just went ahead and shut off the oven and just left them there. Okay, so the apricots are washed. I'm going to set aside, so 2 bowls. I'm gonna have the firmer ones and the softer ones, so that way I know which ones. Okay, this one's half and half. This one's, with my jars already being ready, this should be fairly quick. Today is so hot. It is about 90 degrees out right now, and it is 1:20 p.m. And I was really hoping not to have to start up the oven or anything, but I need to process the jars after I can them, and jam sounded like a very hot process in this weather. So, and I'm canning in 64-ounce jars, so not necessarily the ideal size for, this one's really ripe, the ideal size for like water bath canning. But anyway, since it's only 6 jars, I'm hoping this will be quick, and I'll pop them in the oven and pop them out and be done with it, really. Okay, so I have this goal this year to like preserve as much food as I can. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi. Say hi. It's almost nap time. Is it almost nap time? Do you want one? No. Don't throw it. That'd be so funny if she just throws it. That'll be sad. Oh, all right. Let's just take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Okay, we are just about done separating them. I usually have my kids help, but they're out doing some chores, so I just figured I'll just do this myself. It's a lot quicker that way. All right, here goes. So we have our ripe bowl. Our ripe bowl and our less ripe bowl. So these are gonna go into the jars of compote. Well, I'll fill all the jars about halfway and then see how much, whatever's left will go into the dehydrator. I guess while I'm chopping, I'm gonna go ahead and set the soft ones out on the dehydrator. Might as well get 2 things done at the same time. Because some of these, even the firmer pieces, still have softer pieces, and they're just gonna turn into mush if I try to can them for compote. This one's soft. So I just set turn the oven back on to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. You let it warm back up while I fill this and get them ready to process. The lids and the bands here, I boiled them, but we're gonna get that ready, so not just yet. Sugar and... So apricots are known to be acidic, as it is, but I like to add just a teeny bit. So I'm just gonna add half a teaspoon into each one. And keep in mind, I like to make these stronger, so they're not that concentrated. I like to make the flavor really strong. That way, when I use these as juice basically later on, and then I will just add. I'll put it in a pitcher and add just as much water, cold water, in it basically, and it has enough flavor, and so I make them sweeter than it already was to begin with.
Well, what's doing?
I'm getting the apricots can. I'm gonna start filling this cup up with water because my faucet is really slow, and that way I can start topping them off as soon as I'm ready.
But it's off.
No, it's not off, baby. Just leave it on.
Why is like that, Mama?
Okay, there we go. Hey, Leo, please don't touch. And this is my sugar. I'm just using regular sugar this time. Just good old granulated sugar. Last time I canned these were not sweet. Like, I felt like when I opened one jar, just the taste, it wasn't sweet enough, so I want to add extra sugar. So because I did half a cup, so this time I'm gonna do 1 cup. So I want it to be extra sweet. That way when I mix it with cold water, all the flavor's already there. Did you drop the first aid kit? Can you close it, please? Thank you. This is a fairly simple process. We do this with most fruit. And it's a nice way and easy way to be able to preserve things to last you longer. We usually don't make it longer than the next. We usually eat everything and by the next summer, so I don't have to worry about that. About, you know, it staying too long in a jar. I need to get another jar to keep filling with water to rotate them. While I'm waiting on the water, I'm going to prepare this cookie sheet. Is going to go at the bottom, basically on the grate underneath the jars, Leo, underneath the jars in the oven, and I'm going to put water in here so in case any of this bubbles out, and since it has sugar, it will burn and it won't smoke up in the oven. See if the water. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Overfill that one a little bit.
It's hot. Why is it so hot?
That one went a little higher just because I accidentally over poured it. That one's perfect. I'm starting to feel like 1 cup of sugar wasn't enough. Like I'm afraid it won't be sweet enough. I feel like I might maybe add another 1/2 cup. Don't call me crazy. I'm just I just want to be able to make a large mixture out of just the 1 cup. So let's see. Just kind of eyeballing it at this point. So I would say do 1.5 cups per jar. Oh, that's too much. 1/2 cup. Okay. Now, I am no professional by any means. This is just like self-taught, home-taught, the way my mama did it. Just kind of sharing what I do here. Well, what my goal is on our homestead, to be able to preserve our food, and I'll bring you along bring you along with me on my experiments. Well, I've done this many times, so it's not as much of an experiment as just doing it. But I'm always learning, and so if I mess up, I'll let you guys know. Or you'll even get to see it. Who knows? I don't know everything. And I still have lots of things to do, still lots of laundry, still lots of cleaning, lots of chores. They just don't end. And when I was over at my last house, I thought I was busy. Oh boy. I'm even busier now. But it's okay. I love it. We'll get it. There we go. Now, the lids, I don't close them very tightly, just enough to where it just stops spinning. Because it needs to be able to have some air to get through. Because once I pop them in the oven for a good 35 minutes, I'll pull them out, tighten it, and shake it up and flip it over. I shake it up just to get the sugar at the bottom. Because as you can see, it's starting to settle. So and then I just flip it over, because once I flip it over, the bottom will have like this much, like no water. So I want it all to go down and just kind of set. Okay, so this is what the oven's gonna look like. I have the 2 bottom racks at the very bottom, and I'm gonna slide this one in here.
Wait.
I will fill it with water. Hey buddy, can you close the fridge, please?
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so the water goes in here, and it'll basically keep it from smoking and from any drips to go down in the oven, not to get it like super messy. All right, so I only have 6, so I'm going to slide them in. Now it seems like they'll fall, and it looks scary, but it's not. They're not gonna fall. Watch, they're gonna fall this one time I say they're not. It's always very tricky. It's not my favorite part of the canning process, but it works when you're working with what you got. Okay, last one. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to set the timer to 35 minutes, and then I'll check. If they're bubbling and the skin is cracked, then I can go ahead and pop them out, take them out, and seal it. Timer is set. That is the end. Well, not the end. The apricots are still in the oven, but my apricots for the dehydrator are ready. Okay, so that's done. The apricot compote is in the oven, and then I'll check it back in. We have 21 minutes left, so then we'll come back and I'll show you guys how I basically finished the process. So yeah, now time to clean up. Okay, so, and then I seal it, shake it, shake it, shake it, and then flip. See how the sugar, I talked about the sugar coming. There you go. Da. Shake. It's very hot.
You better than me.
Okay. And then we just flip it over and we let it sit there like that. Next one. Come on, sugar. Keep them from tipping over. And I kind of like push down on the lid as well. So once I flip them over, they basically, the pressure and the heat of it all just seals it at that point. Because it doesn't look like it's sealed right now, but since everything's melted and hot, once you cool it off, it'll be sealed. But you gotta flip it over. And the last one. There you go. So overall, it's a pretty easy and quick process. Just the oven takes a little bit of time. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so that's it for today. That wraps up our canning process and dehydrating. The apricots in the dehydrator are still dehydrating, so I'll check on them in maybe an hour and see how they're doing. I think they're going to be in there for a few hours, so that's for another time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, ask me down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.